Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Dorchester Hotel here in London, ahead of another super fight for British boxing. March the 4th at the O2 Arena, live and exclusive on Sky Sports box office. David Haye, one of the most feared heavyweights in world boxing, takes on Tony Bellew, the #1 cruiserweight in world boxing. It's an event that has already captivated the minds and opinions of sports fans around the world and, of course, in Britain. Record sellouts at the O2 on pre-sale and general sale this morning. We have a huge event on our hands to kickstart 2017. Of course, we're going to hear from everybody at the table. And firstly, we're going to hear from the head of Sky Sports, Adam Smith. Obviously, we're delighted this event, live and exclusive on Sky Sports box office, a fight that every broadcaster would love to get their hands on. And I'm delighted that the power and weight of Sky Sports are behind this event. And Adam Smith to say a few words.
Yeah, we're massively behind this event. It's an absolute must-see fight on March the 4th at the O2. We've been working with David Haye and Tony Bellew through most of their careers. In my opinion, they're the two biggest personalities over here in British boxing. They're two of the biggest punchers. It's a fascinating fight. It has absolutely everything. Despite the fact they don't like each other, I like both of them a great deal. They've been two terrific analysts for us on Sky, out of the ring, and they've given us so much excitement, entertainment, and drama inside it. It's a mixture of volatile characters, of nice guys 1 minute and guys that wear their hearts on the sleeve the next. It's full of power. It's an incredibly interesting fight because of the weight, with Tony going up to heavyweight and David maybe coming a little bit lighter than he has before. Obviously a former world cruiserweight and heavyweight champion and a cruiserweight champion to my left. I think it will be an amazing build-up. We'll be there every step of the way for it, and we cannot wait for an incredible night on March the 4th at the O2 with these two, Tony and David. Both, of course, will also be at Anthony Joshua's big defence in Manchester on December the 10th. So we're going to see a lot of them, and we're going to show a lot of them to you in the build-up to March the 4th. May the best man win. It's going to be fun.
Thank you, Adam. Before we hear from the individual teams, I'd like to pass over to Adam Morley of Team Haymaker, who is an integral part of making these egos gel into a deal, which was always difficult, but always important. And I'll pass over to Adam Morley to say a few words.
It's going to be a massive fight. I think from David's perspective, he wants big fights now. He had his first 2 fights. Those fights finished quickly. And some people might have said, oh, you know, they weren't great opponents. David's going to show now what he's got. He's got a big fight now. For the rest of 2017, David's looking at world title shots. He's the WBO mandatory. For 2 or 3 months, the last 2 or 3 months, whilst we were talking to Tony, we were also looking at the WBA situation. That's proved very difficult, and I know David wants to put a few things to bed about Lucas Brown and Shannon Briggs and what really went on there. You know, David wants world titles. He will get them this year, and he'll move on towards, hopefully, unifying the belts towards the end of 2017.
Thank you, Adam. An interesting part of this mix, a former member of the Team Haymaker training team, and of course now an esteemed trainer in his own right with a number of British world champions. Of course, Jamie McDonnell just successfully defended his WBA bantamweight crown. His brother Gavin about to challenge for the WBC super bantamweight crown. The heavyweight David Price, of course, and also his principal charge, Tony Bellew, a man that's going to be integral in the tactics of this fight. I'm going to pass over to head trainer Dave Caldwell.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what's going to be an interesting build-up and an interesting night on March the 4th. I think it goes without saying that these two men both possess power, despite what some people might believe. Both of them possess power to knock each other out. Both have been down, so it shows that both are human. You know, a big percentage of people seem to believe that David Haye can't get beat in this fight. Every fighter can get beat when they go into that ring. Every fighter can. It doesn't matter who you are. There's shocks all the time in boxing. But in this fight, you've got one fighter that's, in my opinion, was a great fighter, was a really talented, outstanding fighter. But he's not been active. He's not been active. For me, you've got to really think about the last time he had a real fight, a real challenge in front of him, and it looked good in that real challenge. It's a long time. You know, it's through injuries, through everything else. You know, it's nothing that is planned or anything like that. It's just how life's panned out. And in that time, there's been a man who everybody wrote off before, and everybody said, oh, he's never going to achieve anything. He's not going to be a world champion. He fought for a European title. He's going to get beat. He won that. He fought for a world title. Before that, everybody's saying he's going to get beat. He's going to get hammered in front of all his fans. He dealt with immense amount of pressure in fights like the Cleverly fight, where there's a lot of personal issues in that one. The pressure of Goodison to become a world champion. And then, obviously, the BJ Flores fight. David himself thought that Tony had no chance in that fight. Went on record and said there's no possible way of him winning that fight. Explained how he'd sparred countless rounds with BJ and never put a dent in him. Well, he got dented on fight night. Bellew possesses power. He's got speed, and he's got plenty of bottle and plenty of heart. And if this fight comes down to a dog fight, there's only one man that's proven himself that can have a dog fight and that will have it right now, and that's Bellew.
How important do you think your previous knowledge of working with Haye is in this fight, and does that give you an edge in the preparation?
No, because I believe he's a totally different man now. He's got a new training team. You know, Shane will do things differently. Shane's a good trainer. He'll probably modify, change little things that he feels are different. David's older now, obviously. He's had injuries now, so they've got to adapt the training to how he is now. You know, what is he now? 36 years old. He's not the same man as he was when he was flying high. So things are going to be a little bit different now. So I expect him to be a different fighter. The two fights that we've had so far, you can't really look into that because he just looked like an older, slower version. So we're not preparing for that version. You know, I think that I don't think it's going to be as big. I don't think it's going to be as heavy. I think he'll come down to what he's comfortable at, but I think he'll come down significantly. I think he'll model himself more or less on the David Haye that fought Macronelli. The sharp, fast, lighter, leaner looking David Haye, rather than the one that's, you know, he's had for his two fights. What I saw of David when I worked with Haymakers a long time ago. Obviously you see things and you pick up things, and obviously you do that, but I'm not banking on him being the same fighter, the same man as what he was back then. You know, so there are bits, but it's an entirely different fight.
Your opposite number, Shane, been involved in some big fights recently. This time, the big heavyweight fight, and very confident about your charge going into this fight.
Confident about, you know, obviously David and where he is right now. We've obviously haven't shown a lot this year. We've come back, done a lot of work behind closed doors, done some new things, implemented some new stuff. But I just don't believe this fight is going to be, you know, it's not going to be about courage or heart or determination. It's about who's got the bigger firepower, and that lies with David Haye.
Obviously, there's plenty of talk about WBO shots, WBA shots. How seriously do you take the threat of Tony Bellew in this fight, and how threatening could he be to derail those plans?
Yeah, he's brave, and he wings, and he's a good fighter. But you know, he's not an elite fighter, and I think David Haye is an elite fighter. He's been inactive, yes, but that quality is with him. And you know, once we get rid of Tony Bellew, we can move on and start taking out more of your charges.
Okay, you got to get past this one first. Tony, not an elite fighter, and you got your big fight, the fight that you wanted. But we know this fight is about the winning and what lays ahead for Tony Bellew.
Yeah, I'm crap. I'm a little fatty, and I'm crap, little fat cruiserweight. So we'll see on the night, won't we? We'll see who's the elite athlete, who's great at doing what he does. Just while we're talking about, you know, the previous and the past, let's just stop calling them last two fights of his fights. Then they weren't fights; they were exhibitions. That's exactly what they were. They were something that I can't even put into words what they were. I've told you already, I've described them two opponents. One was called the Cobra, he should have been called the Maggot. And one was called Dimori, the first ever YouTube trained boxer. Come on. Let's all get serious here. These were on, well, to be fair, it's only right that it was on a comedy channel, because, you know, it was a comedy what was taking place in that ring. He wouldn't have employed them guys to spar with, and that's a fact. Because if he employed them for sparring, he'd have got rid of them even quicker than he got rid of them on the night. So, you know, let's just stop talking about his last tour fight. The last time he was in a fight was 5 years ago. Simple as that. I've done what I've done. While he's gone missing, while he's been partying away in nightclubs for how long, I've been fighting. I've stayed in the gym. I've done what I've wanted to do. I've wanted to be a boxer. The difference between me and him is I want to fight. I enjoy fighting. He hates it. He doesn't like fighting. But he has to fight. He has to fight. Remember that. And someone who's forced to do it, he does not want to be here, doesn't want to do this, he doesn't want to entertain me either. But he has to. And he knows why he has to. And that's all that's important. We get in the ring on March the 4th. Write me off. Say what you want about me. But I won't stop. I'll keep coming. I don't fear nothing of him. He's got this thing that I'm scared of him. All them demands, all them stipulations you put in. I want the ring this size. I want the mat in that size. Listen, mate, I'm not going to run from you. So, Shane, I know that's what you believe I'm going to run. I've got all the respect in the world for Shane. Done an amazing job. I've known Shane a long time. Shane will tell you himself. Brilliant trainer, great fella. His dad, lots of respect for him as well. So it's not really about Shane and David. It's about me and David. We're the ones who fight. All these stipulations he's put on. I'm surprised he never asked me to carry him to that seat into the press conference, to be honest, because there's that many demands and stipulations. The ring size, walk into press conference. You need to be seated when I walk into a press conference. Do you want me to do your hair as well? The demands are just unbelievable. Do you know what my demand was? Let me pick my own gloves and get in a ring. Can I wear the shorts I pick as well? I'm surprised he never told me what boots and shorts I can wear. He's unbelievable. The biggest diva boxing has ever seen. I swear to God, I couldn't believe the demands. Let's just get in the ring on fight night and see. Like I say, write me off at your pedal. I'm the little fat cruiserweight who no one thinks can do anything. Well, I've proven everyone wrong so far. First off, I was British class. I won that. Then I was European class. I won that. I'm never going to be a world champion. I'm never going to do this, never going to do that. I've done that. Let's just see how far I can go. One thing's for certain is, if this fight comes down to courage and heart at any point, like Shane says, he believes it's firepower. If the firepower goes out of him and the steam goes out of him after 4 or 5 rounds, he is in a world of shit. That is the best way of saying it. It's sink or swim, and believe you me, I love it when it gets there. I love a fight, a hard, horrible fight. I love it. He hasn't been in one. In all truth, he hasn't been in a hard dogfight since Paris against Jean-Marc Mormec. That's the only dogfight he's ever survived in his whole life. And if I can get him to that point there again, he will sink 100%. I've said enough. I'm going to leave you to talk about it because you're just full of nonsense.
David, over to you.
Yeah, so I'll take it from here. All right, thanks for that. Here we are. It's an interesting one. I've been, I said, out of the game, out of these big fights. I've had big fights. The last couple, the opponents weren't known, but they were still big fights. Sell-out crowd. Good numbers on record-breaking numbers on TV. But this is the first, big fight that the fans are getting excited about. And in the time that I've been out, I've been watch social media and watch YouTube, see what's happening on the scene. And all I've noticed is Eddie Hearn. Everything's the Eddie Hearn show, and this fight gives him the opportunity to shut his big mouth. All he does is jump in front of the camera and host. He shouldn't be hosting this. Adam should be hosting this, but he wanted to get out there. And the reason why Tony believes this, I've got loads of diva-ish demands. We've got a list of things that I want. Okay, ring, gloves, change rooms, blah, bring along a list. And when it came to negotiations, the only thing Eddie's put his foot down on and really wanted was that it was Eddie Hearn and Haymaker Promotions presents.
It was actually the split.
No, it wasn't the split. The split was
listen,
super
I'm pleased to give you the payday.
No. The only thing you put your foot down on was putting your name first. Because now, once again, you're sticking your face out. It's all about the Eddie Hearn show.
It's true.
I can't remember your dad, Barry, sticking his face in all of the situations. I tried to watch a Katie Taylor interview the other day, really interested to see how she was her first fight, really looking forward to it. She starts talking, you barge her out the way. Here we go, apples and pears, jumping around, clowning around. It's not the Eddie Hearn show. You should be promoting your fighters. A boxing promoter promotes the fighters, don't promote themselves. Why are you introducing everybody? Technically, I'm more of a promoter on this than you are.
Hey, you're a joke promoter.
No,
I've seen your
listen.
shows. They're not
we'll
fights.
See. We'll see.
All you want is some rap
Once
artist.
again, look at you. Who's
You're
talking
right.
now? Who's
Because
talking
you're
now?
talking to
Who's
me.
talking? No, I'm talking
Because
to
you're
the press.
talking to me.
I'm talking to the
You
press,
ain't talking
and
to
you're
the
making
press.
it the Eddie Hearn show.
Listen, you're the
Look
one
at you.
person who loves
You're
the sound of
making
their own
the
voice more
You're
than me.
making the Eddie Hearn
That's
show.
the truth.
It's about Haye versus Bellew.
Then
That's
talk
it.
about it.
Why? I'm talking about
Then
it,
talk
and I'm
about
talking about this is what makes it that much more sweet. To see a look on your face, the same look that you had after Aldi Harrison, your man Aldi Harrison. Aldi Harrison's going to be the heavyweight champion of the world. He's going to beat David Haye. Blah blah blah. And what happens? You get smashed to pieces.
And you got a payday.
I got a payday.
And that's all you want.
And what's
That's
I want
all
the
you want.
payday.
That's
You're
right.
putting a cruiserweight in
we
with the
just
hardest
forget
punching
this?
heavyweight in
It's
the world.
about-
I let you talk. I let you
but
talk.
it's about
I
me
let
and
you
you.
talk. No, I let you
But
talk.
it's about me. You
I
said
let
it's about
you
me
talk.
and you.
No. That's what I'm talking
I
about.
agree, but it's
I'm
about
talking
me and
us.
you.
Listen,
So why
pipe
can't we
down.
talk about
Pipe
each other?
down. Pipe down.
Or what?
Pipe down.
Or what?
You'll see on Fight
Or
Night.
what?
I don't even need to talk. Everyone knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, dude, I'm
Honestly,
sure
everyone
you
knows.
do. No, that's
This whole
what you
fight is
believe.
about.
That's
This
what
fight
you
is all
believe.
about how long it's going to take
It's
me
about me and
to
you.
put you unconscious.
What
That's it.
What are you putting Eddie involved?
Just
It's
let
about me and
listen,
you,
listen,
man.
Why are you getting all defensive about your promoter?
No,
are you?
it's not. It's not about that at all.
He's already hijacked the press conference already.
Listen, you turned up and said it's about
Listen, if there was a
Bellew and
Nassim,
Haye.
think about it. Let's shut up. If there was a
I won't
Nassim
shut
Hamid
up.
or Chris Eubank coming through now, it wouldn't happen because Eddie would jump right in front of them and make the show about them. Can you imagine where's the Nassim Hamid
about me
and
and
Chris
you.
Eubanks of today? He doesn't allow it to flourish because he gets in front of the camera. He makes
Well,
it
you got
about him.
issue, you have,
It's the Eddie. When's the next Eddie Hearn show? No, it used to be. When's the next Nassim Hamid show? When's the next Chris Eubank show?
How
Now,
much
when's the next Eddie Hearn
does
show?
it kill you that I'm promoting this show?
It
How much does
doesn't
it
commit.
kill you?
It doesn't.
It's
Listen,
a
control
massive-
listen,
it's
it
a
doesn't
power
hurt me.
freak.
It doesn't
That's
hurt
what
me
you are.
at all.
You're a
I
power
love. Listen, I
freak.
love it because you're seeing what
It
happens
doesn't
in the
matter.
promotion.
You're
You're
a
seeing
power
the
freak.
tickets sold out. You see the
Oh, well
pay-per-view
done. I've never
numbers.
done that before.
This is what
I've
happens.
never done that
I would probably be working with Matchroom if your old man was running the show
I don't
because
care.
your old man
And you know
was
what?
a great
He's not.
promoter.
But you know why?
Listen,
You are working with Matchroom because you've got no choice because you
Listen,
need the dough.
No.
That's the crack.
It's an
You
easy
need
money.
the
Listen,
dough. That's why you're here.
fighting a
That's why
cruiserweight.
you're here.
Okay, we'll see. Trust me.
You need the dough.
I'm working
and you're
with you
fighting a
today
cruiserweight
to put the
because
look
it's
on
the
your
host.
face.
Don't worry about me.
For the look on
Don't
your
worry
face,
about me.
for the look on all of your team's
Don't worry
face
about me.
when I destroy
Don't
your
worry
boy,
about me.
and then
Don't
I'll be
worry about
coming,
my
then
team.
I'll be
About
coming
me
back.
and you.
Then after I've taken out
Just
this guy,
about
I'm gonna
me.
come back and take out Joshua and end your business. That's what
Okay,
I'm
and
doing.
then I'll
I'm
give you
coming to
gonna
shut
be
down
no
welcome
Matchroom.
to another
I'm coming to
payday.
shut
There's going to be
down
no Joshua fight for you.
Matchroom's going to be over.
There's
when
gonna
I
be
finish
no
with it.
Joshua
Trust
fight
me.
for you,
Listen,
trust
you're
me.
getting
There's
smashed.
no
Everybody
Joshua
knows.
fight for you.
Listen, you're getting absolutely
Yes.
destroyed. Everyone knows
I'm
it. Deep
sure
in your
I
heart,
am.
you know it.
Deep in my
and
heart,
your little
mate.
rap Penfold,
Deep in
fucking
my heart.
Chump coach. that's
Deep
got no
in my
clue what he's
heart.
doing.
Deep in my heart. I
Yeah,
understand
you
you're
heard me.
fragile.
Head of Haymaker Boxing used to
Deep
bring out my
in your-
T-shirts. That was his job
Deep
back
in
at
your
Haymaker.
heart, I know
That's
you're
it. He was a
fragile as they
bucket
come.
boy,
You've
running
never
around.
fought
That's all
anyone
he
who
was
fights
doing.
back.
Yeah, jumping
Do
up
you
doing
really
the
believe them last two clowns you fought were
listen,
really good
both of those guys
opponents?
would have been- both of
I'd
those guys would
smash
have
the
beat
pair
you.
of them like I'm going to smash
It's
you.
not about- it's
Listen,
not
mate,
about who I
I'm
fought
not
in the
going
past.
to run. I'm going to get in your fucking face and I'm going to
Then we
punch you
got a
all over the
one-round
place.
knockout job. Then
Do you
we got
want
a
to bet?
one-round
Do you
job.
want to bet on that?
One-round
Do you want to
job.
bet on that?
Listen,
Okay,
you're-
then let's
listen,
just
you're-
bet now.
listen,
My
listen,
whole
listen,
pace
listen.
on this money now, it does not. I do not go in
Derek
one.
Chisora made
My
that
whole
same bet
money,
and he lost
my
that
whole
bet.
money,
Listen,
my whole
listen,
pace.
you know how
I
bad it
do
would
not
be
go
knowing
round
that
in
you're
one.
getting rushed to hospital
I
and you're not
ain't
getting any
rushed
money.
to hospital by not.
Listen, the only
Unless
thing
you
that
come
can
with a
get me-
bat
listen,
punk,
listen.
I ain't going
Listen,
in one at all.
listen,
You
listen.
are not. You are.
You're going
Stop
to
giving
get
yourself. Okay, you know if
knocked
you're the.
out
You know if you're this
unconscious.
big killer, right? You know if you're this big killer, why did you fight them two clowns? Why did you
because
fight them
nobody
two
else
clowns?
wanted to fight me.
They did everything.
That's what.
You've
For
got
the
this-
money, we offered
you've
all
got
the
Shannon
top
Briggs following you,
heavyweights.
begging you for more money than them two. Why didn't you fight him?
Who?
Shannon.
Because he didn't want to fight if it wasn't on paper.
No, he
that's
did
why.
want to fight you. He's been
I
begging for years.
had a contract with Shannon Briggs to fight, and he pulled out of that
You
situation.
could have fought him instead of fighting the maggot.
No, you've got to
You
agree
could
to
have.
the guys got to come over and get in the ring. He didn't want to get in the
He
ring
could have
if it
fought
wasn't
you
on
instead.
pay-per-view.
He's
You
trying to
don't know
sue
what
you.
you're talking
He's
about.
trying to sue you
For
for
what?
not
I've
fighting
shown you
him.
the contract. I've
For
got a
not fighting.
contract. I wouldn't sign a
He's trying
contract if I
to sue you for not
wouldn't
fighting.
fulfill it.
You don't
You don't-
wanna-
all you do
don't
is
wanna-
watch the
you look
internet
at
and
me.
try and get your
No,
information
I
off that.
don't.
You and
No,
your whole team are getting destroyed.
Trust
me,
knocked
I
out.
know a lot
Let's-
more about you
let's
than
see
the
who's
internet
round your
shows.
hospital
I
bed
know a lot
on
more
Mar-
about
on March
you.
the 4th.
I know a
Let's
lot
see
more
who's
about
round
you
it.
than the
Are you going to
internet
be there?
shows.
Are you going to be there, Dave?
Don't worry
Both
who's
of you
there.
two are putting this guy in such a dangerous situation.
Don't worry about
You're
who's
putting
there.
this guy's
I
life
know
on
a
the
lot
line in
more
this
about you
situation.
and your life than
You
the
don't
internet
know
can ever
nothing, mate.
explain.
You know
Oh,
nothing.
I do, trust
You're
me.
getting destroyed.
I know a lot more about
Whatever
you
I
and
do
your
in my
life.
is
I
irrelevant
know.
because fight night.
I know your life
you're
is
getting
irrelevant.
knocked out.
I know your life is
I
irrelevant.
could go clubbing every single night from now to the fight. I'd
Well,
get
do it.
smashed out of
Do
my
it.
mind every night, and I'll still knock you out.
You've been doing it for
It's
8
easy.
years. You've been
I
doing it
don't
for
need-
8 years.
listen,
That's why
I
you're
could just
skint.
turn up. I could just turn
You've been
up.
doing it for 8 years. That's why you're
I'll
skint.
turn up. drunk out
Dave,
of my head,
you
and
could be
I'll only
fighting
use
for the
my left
heavyweight
hand,
championship
and
with
you'll
a
get
will,
knocked out.
But you're fighting me.
Listen,
you're
I'm
fighting me
shocking,
instead of
I'm
fighting for the
shocked.
heavyweight championship with the will. You know why you're doing it? For the money. Because I'm the money fight, not
You're the money
Shannon
fight.
Briggs.
What
I'm
are you
the
talking
money
about? You're
fight.
the money fight.
I'm a money
How
fight.
many tickets you
Me
sold to
and
your last fight? Your
me
last
and
world
you-
title fight?
Me and
You
you
sold nothing.
are going to sell more than you
I
can
could
fight
take a dump in the
anybody
middle
else.
of the ring and sell more
You
tickets than
couldn't.
you do.
How many did you sell in the O2? You were giving them away outside.
Well, listen,
you were giving them
I
away
got-
outside.
yeah, of
You
course
were
I
giving
would.
your ticket to outside. That's a fact.
And you was out there trying to
That's a fact.
rustle your way in.
That's a fact.
Of course I
Did
was.
you? So if you sold out the O2 on the last two fights,
Yes.
yeah, you liar. You are telling lies. You were giving tickets away outside. You liar. Damn right,
I was
liar.
outside doing that,
You
wasn't I?
out and out lied. You were giving tickets away. You couldn't sell them, son. You need a dance partner. You're struggling, and you don't want a real fight.
Dude,
You
there
don't
was
want
a lot of options on the table for me.
Shannon Briggs, and you chose
And
me.
this is a fight
and
that
you
the
chose
fans wanted
me.
to say.
And
No,
you
the
chose
Shannon
me.
Briggs fight couldn't happen.
And
The
you
Shannon Briggs
chose
couldn't happen.
me.
The Shannon Briggs couldn't happen.
And you chose me.
You're the option.
End of
We're
situation.
going down it.
No.
It's to shut you up,
You
shut
chose
Eddie up,
me.
shut Dave up. That's
You
it.
chose me.
Kill a load of birds with
You
one stone.
chose
Easy
me
night's
because
work.
I make sense.
Easy night's work.
Oh, I am. You think that? You think that? You
No, it
really
is,
do
it's
believe
easy-
that?
it's
I'm
easy
sure
night's
it
work.
will. Okay, we'll see.
I'm coming out.
We'll see.
The same way I said before the Audley Harrison fight, the same way I said before the Chisora fight, I end the fight when I want to end the fight.
We'll see.
And I know, and I'll end the fight when I want to. If I want to punish you for 3 or 4 rounds, I'll do that.
Yeah,
If I want to take you out in 30 seconds, I'll do that. It's completely and utterly up to me. You're just in there. You've got no say. You're just a chump in the ring.
Okay,
a little
we shall
fat,
see.
podgy,
We shall
skinny,
see. We shall
like pumped up like heavyweight.
We
You're
shall
useless.
see.
Yeah, we will see.
We
We
shall
will see.
You are an absolute joke.
I'm
And
a
the
joke.
guys you
Yeah,
picked to
yeah,
fight
yeah.
are jokes. I'm being looked
Listen,
upon
you
as a
won your
joke
world
because I'm a
title. You won a
cruiserweight.
vacant world title in your hometown.
Yeah.
When I won my world title, it was on foreign territory, got paid peanuts, and it was against a guy who'd never lost against a guy in 10 years. And what? That's how you win a world title. You don't get given it on your home turf. I had to do it the hard way.
Are you
Same
saying
thing, I
John
went to
Mark
Bellew.
Mormack was unbeaten in 10 years?
He'd beaten every guy he'd ever faced in
just
the last
stop,
10 years.
stop. You've just said
he beat every fighter he fought in the last 10 years.
No, stop. No, he hadn't. He'd lost in them 10
He
years.
lost only and
He'd lost-
won the
exactly.
rematch.
So
he
stop.
won the rematch. He beat every man he faced in the last 10 years.
Pipe down. Shush. He'd lost in them 10 years.
And he won the rematch. What's your point?
So he still lost.
He
You
beat-
just said
he'd
he was
beaten-
unbeaten in 10
he'd
years.
beaten every-
He
he'd
wa-
beaten
so
every ma-
he's not unbeaten in 10 years.
This is the confidence
Once
you're going to
again.
get. This is the
I don't need
technicalities. You're going to get your
know.
confidence.
I'm
Oh,
just
Mormack
pointing out-
lost and he won. Oh, so he wasn't
I'm just
unbeaten.
pointing out the facts that I know that are facts.
Well, the
You said
fact
he was
is you're
unbeaten.
getting KO'd. That's the fact.
is I'm not,
That's a
mate.
fact you really
The
need
fact-
to get your head
the
around.
fact is,
The
when
fact
I
you're
hit
getting
you, you're
knocked
going to
out.
feel it.
No, you could even. I could try. Listen, I'm not even going to put my hands up for this one. I'm going to stand in front of you with my hands
Fantastic.
down. Even if you do hit me, nothing's going to happen.
I'm sure it's
you
not.
powder puff,
Keep telling
punching
yourself.
chump.
The
You've
longer
got
Mark
nothing.
made you dance like you were on Strictly Come Dancing,
That
boy.
was like 15.
It
what was
so
that,
what?
2000?
So has your chin got better?
15. Yes, it has.
No, it hasn't.
Yes,
No,
it
chins
has.
get better.
It's got better.
Chins
I'll
don't
wait for-
improve. Chins don't
Okay,
improve.
keep telling yourself that.
That is-
Keep
that
telling
is-
yourself
your-
that. Yeah,
your
I'm really
chins
chinny.
don't
Yeah,
improve.
Vladimir hit me on the chin. Yeah, I didn't put me over.
Because you
Value
ran like a
didn't
tart
hit me.
for every single round. In fact,
When he
didn't
hit me
you
on the
clean.
chin, real
You didn't
flush with
trade.
little 10-ounce gloves, and nothing
Yeah.
happened.
So-
Why do you
so-
think you could do it and they couldn't? All those guys I
I'm
fought
going to
heavyweight haven't had to do it.
because you're going to come at me and you're going to try and knock me out. You was not interested in engaging Vladimir whatsoever.
So that's why
You're
when
gonna
they hit me on the
engage
chin
me.
with flush
You're gonna
shots, I didn't
engage
get knocked
me.
down.
You're going to engage me.
Listen,
So
you're
let's get something
outgunned
straight.
in every
So you
department.
lost to Vladimir.
Outgunned
You lost
in
to
every
you
single
lost to
department.
Vladimir because of a broken little toe, right?
I'll outgun
Dave-
you
David,
in every
did-
department.
Did you lose to Vladimir because of a broken toe? Is that correct? You lost to Vladimir because of a broken toe. Is that correct?
No.
That's what you said.
I said it stopped
No,
me
no,
pushing
stop,
off my
that's what
fucking
you
leg.
said.
That's what I said. I didn't say that's the fucking reason.
I've never seen a man take a shoe off so quick since Cinderella got the shoe put on her
I'll
foot.
fight barefoot. Again, you can stump on my
Mate,
toes after.
you,
I'll fight
you
barefoot
couldn't get
against
the
you.
boot off quick enough after the fight. You blamed the
Keep
broken
looking
toe.
into the past.
You bloke.
Just
you
remember
blamed.
March the 4th.
You
you're
blamed
getting
a
knocked
broken
out.
toe for the
You're
reason you
getting
lost
knocked
against
out.
Klitschko. But then on the other hand, you beat the biggest heavyweight champion ever with a broken hand.
And what?
But
Listen,
so you
it's
beat the biggest heavyweight champion ever
listen,
with a broken
keep
hand.
digging up the
But
past,
when you
broken
lost
leg,
the biggest
broken
fight of your
arm,
life,
broken toe.
it was because
the
of
fact is you're getting
a
knocked
sore
out.
toe.
So
A sore
whatever
toe.
happened in my last fight is
No, no,
irrelevant
no.
because you're getting knocked out.
You're
getting
irrelevant.
knocked out, destroyed.
Your excuses.
We'll
of-
see on the
your
night when you get.
excuses-
We'll see on the night
Dave,
whether
what
I'm
are you going to
irrelevant.
do if I knock you out? Are you
It's
going to
never
leave the
gonna happen.
game? Are you going to run out? No, just tell me what's going to happen if I flatten
If I-
you.
if I lose to you,
Yes.
I'll need to get struck by lightning on the way to the
Please,
ring
no,
for
just
me
what
to
are you
get
going to
knocked
do? You're
out.
going to
It's not even a consideration.
What are you going to do, Dave?
I won't even fathom
No,
that.
please, what are you
going to
do? When I knock you out, when I stop you.
I won't fathom that stupid idea.
When you do a silly dance, when I hit you clean on the head, probably on the
you're not fast
temple
enough.
now when
You don't have the technical ability. You don't have the pedigree. You ain't got anything. You fought a bunch of chumps, and that's it at cruiserweight who weren't no good.
You said your
It was
mate was
good.
going to beat me, your nightclub buddy. You said he was
Yeah,
going to beat
but
me.
he didn't. And that was it. He's not me. He's not me.
He got smashed. You said he was
wasn't
going to
me.
beat me.
Pardon? I thought he was going to beat you, yeah.
You really thought that clown was going to beat me?
Did you overperform or did he underperform?
The same man who'd never been buzzed off you in hundreds of rounds of sparring.
Yeah.
Never even buzzed.
Yeah.
But got bounced
But
off the floor
they were
by me.
18-ounce gloves I was wearing and you had a head guard on.
Got bounced off the floor
You
by
had
me.
10-ounce gloves on.
We're bounced off the floor. He got absolutely dealt with.
So that means you're going to beat me, yeah?
No, it doesn't. But
Exactly. At least you're
once again,
reasonable about that.
I'm just pointing out how much you really do know about this game. You are not the best boxer by a stretch of a mile. One thing you are is an amazing athlete.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're an amazing athlete,
really
and
nice
you've
of you.
lived on that
I've
your
always
whole
wanted to know
life.
how good my athleticism was.
You're an
It's
amazing
great,
athlete,
apparently.
quick, powerful.
Says
But
the
listen,
bell end over
when
here.
it
Thanks for
comes to technical boxing, you are shite. Your
Sideshow
technique
Bob
is poor.
versus the bell end. You'll be known for the
I'm
bell
sure
end
it
for
is.
the rest of
Listen,
your life.
mate.
Now, how much money you get
know
for this
the
fight?
amount of
Everyone
money-
who will come up to you
Do you know
and
the
say,
amount
"Oh,
of
Mr.
money
Bellend,
this
it's nice to
clown
meet
has
you."
blown?
You was that guy that got
David,
friggin'
I
smashed
only
to bits
need-
by the haymaker. That's
We both come from absolutely nothing. How the hell have you blown the money you've blown? Because you've earned an absolute
Blown on what?
fortune.
What are you on about?
Do you know when I look at you, right? Do you know when I look at you? I can't even say it's because of the clothes or the way you're dressed or you're a
It's 'cause I'm a better boxer than you. Because I'm a better
like
boxer
an
than you.
absolute bum. That's what you look like. I look across this table, you've got a hairband on. For God's sake, man, you've got a hairband on.
It's coming off on fight night. Don't worry about that. And I'll have pretty little
velvet
braids
jacket.
with little elastics in the end
A
of it as well.
hairband on with
Pretty
and
little
a
braids, my little
velvet-
girly braids
and a
on the fight
velvet
night.
jacket.
I'll be standing
David,
over your
you're a-
limp body
you're
in the
a
middle of the
joke,
ring.
man, you're a joke.
And
I
I'll let you
don't-
untangle. I'll go back to your change. I'll go to the hospital and let you
Of
untangle
one-
my hair, let you play with my hair.
To make my life and my children's life work, because ultimately that's all I do this for. I only need
Remember,
five.
you need some sort of
I-
standard of
I-
living
I
after this
only
fight.
need
All that
5%.
money,
You see where
you're going
we're
to earn
from?
for that. Just
Do you
remember,
see all this
you're
money
not really
David's
going to be able
in?
to enjoy it.
Do you see
All those
this
lovely
money?
meals you may be able to get
All
after
this money
it. You're not going to have any
David's in.
teeth to chew the
All
meals.
this money David's in, I only need 5% of that money to make me and my child's futures work.
Well, I'm happy to
This-
help you and
this
your family
idiot-
because you
this
weren't coming
idiot
from anywhere else
has
other than fighting
blown
me.
the lot. He's blown the lot, and this is the only reason he's fighting me. Because he thinks he's going to walk through me in a round and I'm the biggest payday possible for the easy knockover. That's why he's doing it. He could have fought for the heavyweight championship of the world, but he chose the money. He chose the money because he's skint.
I offered
David
Lucas
is
Brown
broke.
$2 million to fight me.
Tell
He
you what,
flat
who's
out
going to
refused.
pay that, David? Because it
I was
wasn't
going
you.
to pay that.
'cause
I
you
was
ain't
going to
got
pay
it.
that.
You
I was
ain't
going
got
to.
it.
I was going to
You
pay him
wasn't.
$2 million to fight me. Yes, I was. I was going to pay him $2 million. Him, ask his promoter, ask his manager, ask Rehab, $2 million to pay. I was going to pay him to fight me.
Yeah, I'm
He
sure
said
your
no. He
mates were probably
turned
gonna
that
pay
down. He
Your
turned
mates
that
paid.
down.
Your mates were going to pay that, not you. Blown the lot.
I'm telling you a fact.
Oh, I'm sure
Lucas
you are.
Brown was going to get $2 million. I was going to pay Lucas Brown
you
$2
told-
million.
you told- You told me another fact a minute ago that John Mark Mormack was unbeaten for 10 years.
You've had your waffle. You had your little waffle time. Let me tell you.
Like John Mark Mormack was unbeaten for 10 years.
Listen,
I'm just saying what
anyway,
you said.
talking about I could have had a world title fight. No, I couldn't because Lucas Brown turned down $2 million. He said fight anybody else, Joshua, Klitschko, but he wouldn't fight me. Is that because I've got to wear hairbands, I'm Sideshow Bob? No, it's because he knew I'm the hardest puncher in the division. He would get knocked out pretty quick.
To be honest, I agree.
Yeah,
To be honest,
listen, I'm just saying, listen, those world title fights, they will happen, and they will happen when I want them to happen. And at the moment, I want to shut your mouth because the fans coming up to me in the street, knocked this guy out, knocked out. I tried to do Shannon Briggs. He didn't want to do it.
No, he didn't.
So that's it. How
The
do you know?
only
How do you know?
analysis I agree with David
I've got
is-
a contract to say exactly what's what, so I know it. All you know is
the
sitting
only
up there
thing
in Liverpool
The
chatting
only
crap.
analysis I agree with you on is yes,
You don't
are
know
the
what
most
you're talking
dangerous
about.
heavyweight in the
Well,
world.
you don't know that. You don't know that.
I know this game
You don't know
inside
that.
out. There's nothing in
Clearly
boxing.
you don't, otherwise you wouldn't be getting in the ring.
I have forgotten
If you
more
knew
than you
this
know
ring.
about this game. I have forgotten more. I've been studying this
Listen,
game.
when
since
you
I was a
had
child.
your first
You
pro
don't
fight, I
study
was
this
already
game.
world champion. I was world
You
champion.
was, yeah.
And you were still a friggin' snot-nosed amateur. You didn't have a clue what you're doing, fighting
sure,
guys
yeah.
0-3.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Do you know what the
That's
best
how
part
much
about
more
it?
you know to me about boxing.
I know a lot more about it. And you know what the worst thing is, David? I enjoy being
Have a
in
look
it.
through his opponents, have a look at my opponents, and you'll see what's
I
up there.
enjoy
Plain and
being in
simple.
the game. I'm not the guy who's stuck in a jungle saying, in 5 years' time, I don't want to be known as a boxer. I want to be known as an established Hollywood actor. I'm
will
the
be.
guy who loves boxing.
Listen, if
You
I got
won't.
offered the part to play a
You won't.
complete and utter moronic,
You won't. You won't be
scouse,
known as a
absolute
Hollywood actor.
scumbag in a movie,
I
I
know
wouldn't
you-
play
hey,
it. But
you-
they just said, be yourself.
Why did you turn
They
up?
just said, be
why
yourself.
did
You said, be
turn up-
yourself.
Why
Yeah,
did
be
you turn
yourself.
up to the premiere that I
I was
was
invited. I was invited there. I was invited.
You're a gag. You
I
turned
was
up at
invited.
every
I
bloody
was
chance.
invited.
You turned up
just
like a
I was
scruff as
invited
well.
to go and see Usain Bolt's thing yesterday.
No, you
I was
turned up
invited to
'cause
come and
you're
see
the-
your thing because they know when I go there,
David,
they're going to get pressed.
No,
That's
what
why.
happens is anywhere there's
Yeah,
a camera,
listen.
you would turn up to the opening of an envelope if there was a camera there. You would turn up to the opening of an envelope. You know why? Because you love the cameras, you love fame, you're a nightclub whore, you love nightclubs. That's all you're about. I know how you live your life. I know exactly what you do.
Good.
You've
Then you know you're getting
sucked it all
drilled
up the wall.
and knocked the hell out. That's why.
So, fantastic, great.
Great, it is fantastic because you're going to get a nice paycheck
understand.
put on the end of your hospital bed. And you'll
Trust
go,
me,
okay,
trust me when I say, mate, I'm doing okay. That
Yeah, I'm
movie
sure,
paid
yeah,
well.
sure, yeah, we'll see,
The
we'll
movie
see.
paid well.
I'm sure it did.
The world title fights paid
Just
well.
playing a complete moron,
movie
just
paid
like
well.
you
The-
are.
the ti-
Go, be yourself. No, don't learn any lines.
no.
Just go and just say some
Be
crazy
yourself.
crap.
I'm
Yeah,
sure,
be
yeah.
yourself. Yeah, good.
Worked
That's
with
all
one
back
of
in
the
Ireland,
worked
yeah,
with one of the most established actors in Hollywood. Was told by producers
Yeah,
to come out here and work.
This ain't a
with us.
movie. This ain't a movie set.
don't care.
There's
No,
no
no,
director,
you
no
wish-
cut,
you
no
wish you had that
stuntman.
part.
This,
Dave, you wish you
I
got
wish
that
I had
part.
your part. Are you
You wish
joking?
you got that part
Are
in the
you
movie.
joking?
You said I wish I
Are
was
joking?
you. Why do I wish I was you, David? Why do I wish I was you?
You'll see that on March the 4th because I'll be the
Why?
winner with my hand up. You'll
Why?
be the one getting stretched
How
out of there.
could- how could
That's
I
why.
possibly wish
And you'll
I
be
was
thinking,
you?
I wish I was David now walking
I
away
wish I
there.
was David.
You know, that's
I
why.
wish I was David
You
who
would,
was
yes, you would.
skint. Wanna
March
be-
the
I
4th. We'll
don't
ask
even-
you when you're
I don't
stretched
even
out,
wanna
who
be.
would you rather be right now? Tony Bellew unconscious or David Haye walking out there,
David's turning up to
moving on
Tony
to his next
Bellew's
one?
premiere. David Hayes turning up to Tony Bellew's premiere. And I wish I was you. You're turning up to the
Yes,
premieres of the
you
movie
do.
I'm in.
March 4th,
You
you
absolutely
really,
can.
really
You
wish you. I
gag
really
in
wish
on
I could punch as
everything.
fast as David. I
I'm
wish
sure.
I really was as elusive as David. But you're not. You're straight up and
Dave,
down.
you're not elusive,
left,
son.
right, yeah.
You're not you're elusive to these slow heavyweights. You're not elusive to cruiserweights. Are you, so in all of honesty, right, are you trying to tell me guys who pushed you like Giacobi Fragamini, who pushed you to the limit, are you trying to tell you them guys are better than me?
2005, man.
I'm just
Goddamn,
asking. I'm just
2004.
asking. So
What?
Giacobi Fragamini is better than me, David?
Yes.
No, he's not.
How do you know that?
No, he's not.
He was European.
No,
he
he's
was
not.
European
So am
heavyweight
I.
amateur champion.
So am I.
And he became a
So was
WBC
I.
champion just
So
like you
was I.
after I knocked him
So
out.
was I.
And
I've
what?
done
So how are
all-
you
I've
better
done
than
all
him?
that. I'm
He
better.
beat. Anyway,
How-
why am I getting
he's
to these
not.
trivial arguments? Anyway, I think
I'm
you got
better
the
than
point.
them guys
This
pushed
guy's
you.
yappy. You want to see him get knocked out. I'm going to do it. Thank you very much, everybody. Goddamn.
Okay, head to head. And then everyone's available for one-on-one. Thank you very much. March the 4th.
Hey, Danny, leave the boxer alone!